Hello, everyone. It's Yogi here. I hope you're well. Happy Saturday. Yes, it's our time for our Aimee SAL, and I hope you arm with a piece from by Aimee Stewart. Okay, and if you don't, that's okay. We have side door, we have back door. Okay, you can sneak in. It's okay. I'll keep my eyes closed. Sometimes both eyes, and so welcome everyone. I hope you are enjoying your Saturday. And we just had our members stream earlier on. I kind of went back to crochet a little bit, since it's been a little long time. It's been a pretty long time, and I really enjoyed it. And sometimes a little bit of side quest just makes you miss the main quest a lot more, and I'm really missing a spot of stitching. And particularly yesterday, 5 days is my rest day, and teaching quite late as well, so I didn't get to stitch, so it's been a little bit okay. And so today I'm coming back to this piece. I know traveling library is waiting for me, I know, and I'll get back to it, definitely. And I'll probably stitch it one of the weekdays, okay? But today, I want to come back to this piece, which I stitched last week. So this piece, if you're not familiar with it, is by Aimee Stewart, of course. It's called Grandmom's Attic. And let me show you the markup here. And it's absolutely beautiful. I think it's one of the hidden gems. I love finding hidden gems that not many people stitching, but I absolutely love. This is one of the first Aimee Stewart pieces that I found, and I could not believe my eyes. Just the amount of items, they're all adorable, they all have characters, and the texture and the tone of the color palette is just totally me. And so this piece, I actually kind of, allows me to embark on my 25 count stitching full coverage. I was quite new at that time, and so I did, back and forth a couple of times stitching on different fabric counts, and eventually, found my way to 25 counts. And the previous attempt, I started from upper left, but when I decided to start from the full piece properly, I started from the center. I started from where the rocking horse is, and the juicy part of it. Most patterns, when it comes to the center, is where all actions are going. But even though this piece is actions everywhere, just like quite a lot of Aimee Stewart pieces, and wherever you turn, the surprises. I love it. So let me show you my progress so far. As I said, I started from the center, and I was using Pattern Keeper at the time, so I was sticking with the pages. I felt somehow it gave me more structure to what I was stitching. And this piece, I'm pretty sure I started with this. I don't think no, I was going to say I never part on this piece. That's not true. I have. So I switch kind of various stitching methods as usual, and come this far. So this is the center part. Let me show you the full piece so you have kind of a sense of where I am. So center part, but I would say I'm doing quite well in terms of not leaving a lot of loose stitches that I have to go back and patch up. Sometimes some of my webs, by switching methods, that can happen. But this piece, I've been going page by page. So I think you're looking at 2 pages here. I was very keen to finish the rocking horse in the middle here. It's so beautiful. And I've got some books on the right there, as you can see, half of them, there's a pile of books there, and that's really colorful. So I finished the left side. And this is a regular color piece, regular size, regular color. I'm not aware there's a max color piece. Probably no one requested it for whatever reason, and I don't believe there's a super size. It might be different now, because I got this piece, this pattern a couple of years ago, 3 years ago probably, or a little bit more. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what I'm going to be stitching today. Looking at my fabric, you probably get some hint already, but I want to show you the numbers, okay? So here we go. I'm gonna delete my last session quickly, discreetly, okay? And no expectations, no expectations. And so let's look at the percentage here. I'm 5.64. So yeah, it's probably going to take a little bit before I get to 6%. But I'm in no hurry, okay? And I think the progress is looking good. I like it so far. And number of colors, 87, so 3 colors. Less than the maximum. Normally it's 90 colors. And I am going to start a new counter right in front of you. No cheating, okay? When it comes to stitch numbers, I do not cheat. I cheat on other things, okay? But stitch counts, I don't cheat. And so you can see this is starting from 0. And let me come back here. And of course, before I start even stitch a single stitch, I want to say hello to you, welcome, and yes, so great to see you. Some of you, we have already met today in the last stream, and so we have Sarah here. Hello, Sarah, welcome back, and Rajal as well, model student there, and Maddie, Niham as well. And a third to report to the chat. Well done. And our lovely Susan as well. And Norse is back with us. And Clara saying hello again. And BLT is back in the chat as well. And Kelly Quo Plus is here. And Susan. Samantha. Samantha is here as well. And welcome back from the last stream. And Busy Mom as well. Hopefully not too busy today and can hang out with us. And Walk Away Renee. Hey, it's been a little while. Great to see you. And Mandy Moran as well. And Laura is back here. And Lizzie as well. And Suzanne as well. All my favorite people. And Grace Houston and is here in the chat as well, saying hello, everyone. And Dominique as well. Dominique was stitching the same blanket I was stitching in our crochet session for members. And hopefully it's a very, very interesting project, and definitely you're going to have a lot of fun. And Brittany as well, hello, our weekend girl. Lona is back with us. Hopefully everything is okay with the tornado. We're talking about disaster movies right there. And Lona enjoys a little bit of a disaster movie, okay. Can't say that I'm the same. And Monique as well, hello, welcome back. And Love Drunk. Betty Lou Taylor, yes. BLT says, Yogi, this is looking so gorgeous. I haven't seen it in a while. It's amazing. Yes, I stitched this one last week as well. It's so nice to bring out sort of, webs. Sometimes you just, for whatever reason, you want to part them for a little bit. But when you pick them back up, it feels so fresh and so exciting as well. So this one really excites me. I cannot wait to stitch it. And Lynn is back here as well. Hello. No burnt potatoes today, I hope. And Natty is here as well. Beautiful Natty. And Diana Smith. Hello. And Sound Stitching is back with us. And Janine. Oh, everyone. We were talking with the members stream. We were talking about you, Janine. Realizing, well, where is Janine? Janine's like going, well, I'm coming for the members stream and I'm looking forward to the yoga. Are you going to do yoga, Yogi? And I said, definitely, just for you. And Janine did not turn up, okay? And okay, let's look at the excuses. Janine says, missed the first stream. Visit mom. Driving home now. We'll be back in about 40 minutes. Fair enough. It's with mom, okay? And yes, that's a good excuse, isn't it? Just say, oh yeah, I just spend time with my mom, so I cannot be, at a stream doing yoga with you. Okay, fair enough. And make sure you come back in 40 minutes. I'll start timing, okay, Ginny? And Nick and Tina Crafts. Hello, it's Tina. Welcome. And Ginny said you miss me. Yes, I said to everybody, okay, Ginny, you and me, we're going to have a one-to-one yoga session. Okay, boot camp style. Okay, you missed the last one, so we're gonna make up for the lost time. So there you go. This is what happens when you know miss the class and miss the yoga, and I'm gonna give you boot camp session 1-to-1. Okay, you cannot escape. So this piece last week, if you remember, if you're here, and I did a session of vase stitching. Here's a little antique vase here. Let me show you. Okay, it's absolutely beautiful. Here. So let me turn on the markup. Let me focus on this area. Okay. There. Can you see that? Oh, gorgeous. It looks so different when it's stitched. Everything's stitched up. And so this is the object of my interest right now, and it's beautiful purple and blue as well as some yellow and gold. It's just so pretty. So I am going to focus on this vase again, and I love to be able to complete it. So last session I actually did minimum to max, starting from colors that's got least number of stitches and working upwards. It's a really fun way of doing it, but you do need a tool like Saga to do it, okay? And last time I drew the outline around this vase, and but with Saga, if you disable it, it goes away. So I'm going to draw it again, and perhaps the calculation of the stitches will change a little bit, but I don't mind it, okay? So let's start here. I'm going to draw it in front of you. I'm going to keep it as close as possible around this object here. So with Saga, if you don't know already, if you're a new user, this will be a very good tip for you. So you can just freehand, I'm just using my finger to draw around. Hang on, I want to do it again because I missed the top. I want to capture the top as well, so let's do it again. So if you turn on the lasso tool, and you can see there's a circly kind of dash line that's running along, that means you can do your freehand drawing, okay? So I'm just using my finger. I'm going to just trace around as closely as I can because I want to focus on this vase itself. That's very, very pretty. And then once I complete it, how does that look? That doesn't look too bad, does it? Okay, so it's going to recalculate the stitches within. So when I go minimum and max, it might pick up some loose stitches again. I don't mind it, okay? So, oh, not bad, not bad. The least number of stitches from this area I just drew is 4 stitches. So I was under the impression that it might pick up a few sort of 1 stitch or 2 stitches, but this is not bad at all. So let me come back here, okay? And so I'll try not to disable it by accident and work within this area, okay? Here we go. That doesn't look too bad at all. So this is where I am. So this is my plan for today session. What is your plan and what are you working on? I need to know. Okay, we did a little bit of side quest. Now it's time for main dish. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit in here. Susan says, she said your hobby was at Walmart buying power tools. I know. Janine is probably just using mom as an alibi, it's actually the hobby. Janine was showing off her toolbox the other day, didn't she? The husband probably go, I want one of them, just finding all sorts of excuses to go to Walmart. I know what it's like. It's okay. No shame, okay? Jeanine, you can share with us. We won't laugh. Maybe just a little bit. Okay then. So I am going to pick the 4 stitches. Not bad at all. I'm going to start here. I just want to make sure my setting is correct. So it's going to send me to the next color automatically, which is beautiful. It's a beautiful feature. And so the auto traveling is on. Here we go. Nice and easy. So I'm stitching minimum to max, so no parking is involved. So I'm gonna just move these part threads aside, out of the way, and I'll deal with them later when I get there. Busy Mom says, I'm in sewing room making reusable paper towels using flannel fabric. Oh, for home use or for selling. Reusable paper towels? How do you make them? So using flannel fabric. So is it paper? Oh, I'd love to know. Busy Mom, so handy, isn't it? Susan says another Christmas card front, a partridge in a pear tree. So Susan is so organized. Susan all year round. So now is March, right? Barely started. She's already planning her Christmas card stitching. So she actually stitches her Christmas card. Not a single card for Yogi, okay? Last year, I was so disappointed. I say, you know, Susan, where's my card? And she said, no card for you, Yogi. So it was just like that. It's that kind of relationship. 372. But Susan stitches small pieces and frame the pieces and turn them into Christmas cards. Oh, I ask you. I know. Here we go. So I am going to start 3 stitches and then 1 slightly away. Very nice, nice and easy. So I'll just let the ab take over. I'm not going to pick colors. Surrender. Dominique says still on Tiki Beach Sunset. That sounds nice. Very colorful. And I can't remember who, is it Aimee Stewart or is it her husband? Kind of, I think I know which design that is. So we'll slowly warm up, okay. And the 4th stitch is actually down here. And so I am going to end my thread first. And also I found a pen in my stash of pens. It's brand new as well. You know, I've been sort of doing the 5x5 gridding, and the pens I've got either too thick or just ink doesn't run. It's been, you know, I've been trying to find a good pen. I think I found one. Hang on, I'll show you in a bit. That reminds me, I would like to 372. I would like to do the gridding because it's been helping me, I think. As long as I grid correctly, okay, there is a possibility I might not grid correctly, but it really helps me with the counting as well. Let me just zoom in a tiny bit so you can see me. So I found this pen. It's still quite new. The ink is all fresh and everything. It's from Prime. It's called Aqua Trickmaster. And funny enough, I found another one. That's brand new as well, out of a packet. I found this packet. I just looked into my drawer. Let me zoom out a little bit. I looked into my drawer and tried to, you know, just rummaged around and tried to see if I've got a pen. I found this one, brand new. I just opened it. It was this one. Okay, but this one, unfortunately, even though it looks very promising, this is Prime, from Prime, and it says S, and the tips are so fine. Let me show you. It's so really fine tip, and I was really happy. I thought, wow, yeah, so this would be perfect. But unfortunately, the tips are so fine, the ink just doesn't come out smoothly. I don't know whether there's remedy. This is brand new. I just opened it, so it's not, the ink is not dried or anything. The tips are fresh, but the tips are so fine, it doesn't flow very well. I'll show you so you can see the difference. But this one is also from Prime. It's a little bit thicker. This one, can you see the difference? Much thicker, but the tips are so fine. It actually works quite well. So I'm hoping this one is gonna be my star pen for 5x5 gridding. So let me show you the really fine one first. And I can start gridding this bit as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I need to turn it on for my app as well. I forgot. And I'm gonna make them red for now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here. Can you see? The tips are so fine, the ink just doesn't flow very well. I don't know why that is. The ink doesn't come out. This is brand new. This is brand new. Suzanne says, I have that pen as well. Which one? The fine tip one. So this one looked really promising. Can you see that? The ink just doesn't come out willingly. And it's a similar problem I have with the friction as well. So let me switch to the other one. With this one, if I keep drawing multiple times, eventually I can define the lines, but it's just a lot of work. So with this one, it's a lot thicker, okay, but it's not as thick as my usual clover pen. My clover pen on 25 counts, it bleeds a little bit. So watch this one, okay, fingers crossed. So this one, see, comes out really nicely. I'm so happy. Perfect. And it doesn't bleed. It's kind of borderline. If it gets too thick with my normal pen here, it's kind of in between. Can you see that? This is my normal clover one. The tips are quite thin, but not as fine as this one. So the one on the left is just perfect, somewhere in between. And the ink flows really well as well. So that helps me. So I'm hoping this one, I hope this one is still being sold, because this one has been in my drawer for probably for a long time. So it's called Aqua Trick Marker, but the other one is called the same thing, but a lot thicker. This one is called Trick Marker. This is the extra fine one. This is a good brand. I love their needles. 26 count, really nice to thread. Oh, Laura said mark too high. Really already? I told you, you know, even though marking is really handy, if I mark it incorrectly, Laura is like screaming. It's like, no, Yogi, no, not again. I know. If I grid incorrectly, it doesn't matter how much I grid. I can grid 3 by 3. I'll probably still mess it up. Okay, let me allow it to dry for a little bit. I'll start again, Laura. Okay, second time lucky. Second time lucky. And Susan says, poor Yogi, you don't believe in sending cards, therefore no cards for you. Well, Susan, I don't believe in sending cards, but I believe in receiving cards, okay? Just so you know, Susan. It doesn't have to be both ways. Grace Austin says, I'm continuing to work on Vintage Garden Bookshop. It's so beautiful. I saw the your web. That pattern has been sitting on my wish list on Heaven and Earth for a little while. I kept going back and have a look from time to time. You know, when the time is right, you never know. You know, I might be joining Grace for that one. Busy Mom says it's not paper, it's fabric that is cut in square. Are you making them for home use or for sale? Walkaway says my work on the Fairy Kisses 80% is motivating. Wow, already 80. And She says, I'm transferring all my current webs to score frames today. Yesterday I was winding floss on bobbins. Really? So you're a bobbin girl? Yes, I can't do bobbin to save my life. When I was stitching a lot of dimensions, I did use bobbin because I didn't know any other way. That was the only reason. Okay, Laura, I'm going to try again, okay? Watch me. If I mess it up again, you can throw something at me. Maybe you can throw your keyboard, okay? I will not complain. So let me try again. Why don't I do this one first? Let's have a fresh start. And if I do it correctly, it's easier for me to be correct on the other one as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the center part. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the center. Am I correct, Laura? Am I good this time? Let me double check. Here, 2 stitches down. And I'll keep the line as light as possible. I don't want them to go crazy. Am I good? And also, in order for you to determine that, I probably need to strengthen my pencil lines a little bit more. I know it's worth doing because once the gridding is correct, the 5x5 really helps me. I'm surprised because I tried it before. I found it quite cluttered. But this time, somehow, there are quite a few occasions I knew I was going to either have to spend time counting quite a lot or just get messed up. But because they're 5x5 gridding, it's so this one is correct now, right? No? And does that look good? I'm so scared. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that's good. That's good. Sarah says, after my tiny crochet attempt, I need something easy. It's on black and black this evening. Yes, Sarah's secret project that was revealed on our member stream was tiny crochet. I didn't even know that was a genre. I have seen people using sort of sewing threads to knit. I've never seen the crochet version, and it's so adorable though. So you can do like granny squares with tiny sort of stitches, tiny hook. And I'm gonna just grid a few more before I start flying, you know, with my stitches, which is what I'm going to do for sure. Here. Oh no, wrong pen. This one. And that's correct, right? Pretty good. And these ones, I don't know, do I need to grid these? This one up here, okay. So this pen so far has that nice balance between fineness and also the ink flow, which has been a problem for the other pens. Ooh, hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No one is screaming at me. That's good. That means I have not messed up yet. Yes. So once you have other grids, that's kind of correct-ish. then it's a little bit easier. 1, 2. Okay, I think that should do me for now. I'll grid as I go forward. So Dominique is working. Okay, so that piece is Aimee Stewart. And Dominique is doing it on supersize max colors. Ha, the Tiki beach, sunset, Tiki sunset. Grace Hudson says it's easier to mark the full square. Do you mean like a full length of the grid? I think it's probably, yeah, I've seen people doing that. Maybe I'll try that at some point. I just find the cross is a little bit less cluttered. Maybe I'll try that. So this one, I'm done. Next one, 5 stitches. Yay! 5 stitches. And last time I had the chat's permission that if there's stitches outside the boundary that's very close by, I would do them as well. So A29, A29. A29 is a brown. Oh, Donna, hello. Oh, Donna says, is it tiny crochet as the same as micro crochet? Yes, I think it's micro crochet, the way Sarah described it. I think that's the name. And Aldana says, I made some micro crochet projects. The smallest hook I have is 0.6 millimeters. Really? Wow, that's tiny. Because the project, the hook I'm using for today's project, my blanket, was 6.5. So that's like a fraction of it. Now, Donna, if I remember correctly, you crochet a lot, don't you? Like knit and crochet quite a lot. I think Aldana has got like a knitting club. Is that correct? So Aldana is in Argentina, and she's an expert on knitting and crochet. So there's one extra stitch here I'm allowed to do outside the boundary. And I'll come back and mark them later on. It's okay, just a little bit. Because this is right here. I feel silly if I don't stitch it. So 2 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Way over here. So I need to travel fairly far in order to do all the stitches. Hi, Heather House. Heather House. Hello. Great to see you. Brad 46. Hello, welcome. The question is, what count is material? Do you mean the fabric? The fabric is 25 count. I'm stitching 1/1 with DMC. Welcome. These little stitches are so colorful. And let me go up here. 1, 2. So the bottom of this antique vase is around here. So not too bad. I'm working within this area. A29. And I've got the freshly brewed coffee. Let me just take a little sip. So I made this cup, a fresh cup, during our break. Rachel Morton, hello. Rachel says, going to do the cardio workout. I'll be back. Enjoy your cardio. Aldana says, hello, I'm crocheting today while I watch, and my order's a bit left behind because of a cross stitch. Oh, I see. Your orders, do you sell them? Do you stitch to sell pieces? You don't want them to be delayed, okay? Not because of stitching. If you're selling them, the customers are waiting. Next one, 5 stitches as well. 3/860. 3/860. Yes, I'm quite intrigued by the micro stitching because when Sarah mentioned it, I was visualizing something totally different. And when I had to look at the granny square, I just go, oh, yes. Danger, danger, rabbit hole alert. I need to know what kind of thread you're using though, Sarah. Because if it's something I have to go out and buy a whole set for, then maybe I need to refrain myself from doing it. But if there's something that I can use what I've got already, I might give it a go. Oh, this one doesn't like me. Let me try again. Two. And Laura says I'm working on a kitchen. Trying, but I'm going to clear the part threads. Can't do it. I know occasionally, a lot of times when I'm not parking for a while, I just go, oh, let me go parking. That sounds great. And after a while, you just go, oh, let me just clear everything up. It's that cycle, isn't it? But there are pieces, there are certain webs that I've got for some reason, just want to be part a lot, or some of them the opposite. Like Winter Reading Nook, I've never part a single thread of that piece, which is unusual. Okay, this one I am going to end my thread here and go and complete the remaining stitches. And there's 3 more here. Betty is here. Betty Hankins, hello, hello, welcome back. Whoops. Oh, so Sarah, you actually do your micro crochet thingy with DMC threads. Oh, that's dangerous because I do have DMC threads. That sounds like fun. If I can use the material, the stuff I already have, then definitely it will be something I'd be interested in doing. And one more. One more. Oh, yes, the 5x5 definitely helps. I don't need to count 4 stitches in order to get here. Okay, 3860, 3860. Right, so Sarah is using Sarah's. So let me just show you, okay, guys. If you haven't joined our Facebook group, you're welcome to join. I just wanna. Peggy, have you got your CXC? Is that CXC? I'm just looking at this picture. Yeah. Let me just show you. So this is just a picture. Let me brighten it a little bit. So this is by Peggy. Is that CXC? It looks like CXC to me. Oh, you've got a full set. Very nice. And I was going to show you Sarah's post so you know what micro stitching is. Oh, this is it. So I'm not going to click because this is a video, but this is, let me see. Oops. Let me bring it down one more time. It's really pretty because I was thinking about something totally different. Okay, let me just bring it up again. So can you see that? If you have done Granny Square, you will know this is looking so fetching. So these are, Sarah, are you saying these are DMC floss? And you can use different number of strands to achieve this. That is so sweet though. But is it easy to crochet with multiple strands? That is so sweet. I can totally see myself doing this. But I'll need a hook. That's so tiny. Oh, the world of stitching and knitting and craft is endless. You know, all these things, you know, I've been dabbling all sorts of craft and goodness, handmade stuff for ages. I've learned so much since I started streaming with you. It's like there's so many different variations of things. That's so much fun. Okay, next one, 6 stitches. Wonderful. 155. It's a purple. Lovely. 155. I've got one threaded already. So quick. So 4 stitches here. 1, 2, 5. I see 5 stitches. Where is the last one? Weird. I only see 5 stitches, but I'll start here. 1. Oh, that one I've already done. This one I've already done for some reason. And 4 stitches here. Walkaway says my great grandfather crocheted dollies and bedspreads with tiny crochet hooks, steel crochet hooks, and thin cotton thread. Wow. I suppose. Alison says, I recognize that purple envelope. Yes, if you got, I think you're referring to the CXC. Two. Hello, Bex. Good morning. Clara says, and we've learned so much from you, Yogi. Oh no, well, I'm just a medium. I'm like the clairvoyant, you know. I'm channeling you guys. So we're learning. That's very kind, Clara. Clara says, my mom taught me to crochet. Me too, yes. And we stitched dollies and tablecloths and bedspread. It's a fun memory, isn't it? It is such a special connection when you are taught a certain craft, certain skills by your parents, either cooking or crafts. It's a bonding experience, isn't it? It never goes away. It's like every time I knit and crochet, I remember that my mom taught me how to do it. And there's one mysterious stitch that I don't know where it is on the chart. Where is it? Can't see it. It's one more stitch here. Oh, there. Okay, got it. It's hidden. It's done as well. It's already done, that one. 155, it just wasn't marked. Here we go. Very happy. And the next one, 6. The number is going up. I'm very excited. 3829. 3829. Three, 8, 2, 9. Two, 9. It's a brown. Hey, Joyce. I just noticed Joyce has joined a membership. I didn't realize because Joyce came into the members stream and I'm so used to seeing Joyce just joining in. I didn't notice. So welcome, Joyce. And you do know we have we're emojis, okay? course, Joyce knows. Thank you so much, Joyce. Joyce came in the stream, the member stream, when we were doing yoga. So I hope you enjoyed it. Travis, hello, Travis. Welcome. I hope your back is a little bit better and you enjoyed your birthday. And Rochelle as well, welcome back. Let me know what you're working on, you know. Be very curious to know. Lynn says, Yogi looks like me, looks to me like grandma needs to tidy her attic. Well, it's a beautiful mess, isn't it? Look at this. It's a beautiful mess, and I hope things are not too dusty. But this is it looks like what your grandma might have on the loft. Maybe not so colorful, maybe not so clean, but yes. No, it's no need to tidy up, you know. That's the beauty of organized mess. And the great thing is, just like my stash of craft stuff, you know, I just need to look into my drawers and just dig into it. I find all sorts of weird and wonderful things that I didn't even know I had. You know, I find a new pen. You know, as I said, I showed this one. I had not seen this one before, like ever. I got it at some point. And now I have a nice pen. Just magically appeared. Joy says, I skipped exercise. I came to rest after walking the dog. Wow. You can still join in, you know. It's okay. We have replay, okay? It's all archived. You can go back and watch it. And one more. Somewhere that is slightly secret over here. So Travis is feeling much better with the back injury. Yes, it takes time sometimes. You can't rush it. Sometimes if you rush it, try to get back to do regular things and it gets, you know, it gets bad again. I'm going to be disciplined and just do these ones. Because the other ones, they're outside the boundary. In this case, I'm not gonna do them. Here we go. 3829. 3829. Let me take a sip of my coffee. And next one. Ooh, 8 stitches. 8 stitches, guys. Rochelle says, working on traveling library at 7%. Rochelle. Rochelle is drinking ice lemon water. Oh, Rochelle's on fire. It's hot and sunny here. I can't complain. It sounds so alien. I cannot remember what summer feels like. I'm looking forward to it though. I mean, London has been relatively mild, so I can't complain. So far, who knows? Might get a snowstorm next week. All right, next one. A33. A33. Ginny says, Ginny says I'm back. Was that 40 minutes? Oh, let me check my timer. Okay, on the dot. Okay, Ginny. So this time, no penalty for you. But still, we still have boot camp, okay? We need to address this problem, you know? And I hope Mom is very well. Even though I know it's an alibi, okay? It's actually the husband trying to get to Walmart to get the power tool. But I'll just pretend I didn't know that. Travis says, I've now done 2 physio appointments. The first one was to show me some stretches I can do, and the second was to show me some core building exercise. Right. Yes, the body kind of have to recalibrate a little bit after an injury. And I'm sure we can do it. You know, Travis is strong. And just be patient. Travis says we had a thunderstorm last night. Oh, it's all kicking off, isn't it? Where Lona is, they've got a tornado. And Travis got thunderstorm. And where Travis is, it snows a lot as well, isn't it? So you know, some area just so it's just action packed with the weather things. You've got the snow, you've got the rain, you've got the flooding, you've got the tornado, and now thunderstorm. Okay, and we have one more over here. 2. And 1. One, 2. Oh dear. 1. Okay, I'll try not to stitch outside the border because it's starting to create problems. Because when I look at the chart, it's not matching up. It's going to be very confusing. So I'm going to just stay within the boundary. I know. Because I can't really mark the stitches outside the selection just yet. So it's very confusing. All right then, A33, I'm very excited. It's going up from here. A33. 3863. 3863. Three, 863. Janine says, when I was stitching with my mom, she kept saying, where am I? She kept saying, where am I? And I was dying. And she said, I taught her how to fudge. She was killing me. Does your mum watch YouTube? She should join a live stream. She sounds like a laugh. Where am I? Yes, that's the question all the stitchers ask from time to time. Okay, it's not just me. Oh, in Oklahoma, Walkaway says. I think that's where Lona is, isn't it? Lona, Oklahoma. So that's where the tornado center, is it? Hey, Chrissy. Chrissy says, hello, everyone. I've been sitting here the whole time since you started, but rain lured me to sleep. I blame the rain, Chrissy. There are many excuses for falling asleep, you know, on a stream that I've heard, including Yogi, you put me to sleep. And now Chrissy's blaming the rain. She slept for the past 45 minutes. Is that how long we've been streaming? And just woke up and made me a coffee so I could stitch now. Yes, a power nap is nice. You know, you no need to have excuses. Do not need to blame the rain. Just nap. You know, napping, power nap is your birthright. Go for it. I love a bit of a power nap as well. And now you're ready to go. Now Chrissy's unstoppable. You cannot stop her, okay? So this one's got 8 stitches. It sometimes can jump from, I don't know, 3 stitches to 25. It really depends on the pattern. And there's a sense of anticipation on when the next stitch number is. That's part of the fun. Okay, here. Oh, that's quite true, Travis. Thunderstorms are normally in the summer, isn't it? That's weird. Is it normal to get thunderstorm during the winter? Yes, normally it's a summer thing, isn't it? Thunders and lightning, rain. I just noticed I've got a 10 stitch going on here. I'm going to fudge, okay, guys? I just discovered a strange 10 stitch situation here. I'm going to just fudge it because the colors are not that different. Not quite the same, but not that different. Can you see that? There's a little tent going on there. I don't know how that happened. There. So I'm going to fudge it, okay? Janine's mom, watch and learn. This is how you fudge, okay? You can't tell the difference because I fudged it. And Chrissy's working on Vintage Baker by Aimee Stewart now. Yes, I love that piece too. Sometimes, you know, particularly if you have a few whips, you know, let's say over 10, 20, there are always pieces that you're very drawn to at that moment. It doesn't mean you don't love the other ones. It's just, you know, you have the favorites of the moment. And Vintage Baker is one of them. And this one as well. And I've got one more. Where are you? Oh, at the bottom. Do I want to take my thread down? Go on then. doesn't matter. Just one stitch here. And it's quite far to travel, but it doesn't matter. It's all unstitched, mostly. Three 863. Take a sip of my coffee. Oh, Travis says I got another Pokemon finished today. Oh, Travis is on fire. I'm glad you can stitch though. Imagine if you have the injury, sit at home and not able to do anything, and you can't stitch as well. That'd be disastrous. So at least now you can get a few Pokemons done. You know, it's saving grace. Suzanne says, so close. I have 3862. I know. Maybe we need to invent another category of spooky bingo. I'm craving for some spooky bingo, okay? There's none so far, I ask you. Seriously. Things I have to put up with. No spooky bingo days. Joy says, you can mark the stitches outside of the lasso area. You can use the selection box. Can you? Can you? No, what the problem is, in order to. So Joyce is saying, so this is Saga specific. So with the selection box, you could turn it on and off, and the boxes, you know, the box comes back. But with freehand selection, if I deselect it right now, I have to redraw the outline again. Am I correct, Joyce? Have I missed something? Because Joyce says you can mark the stitches outside the lasso area. You can use the selection box. I don't want to use a box because I want to concentrate on the shape. But, you know, sometimes you have stitches that's just slightly outside the border, and you kind of feel slightly silly not stitching them because they're right there. But to do so, if I do a lot of that, eventually the chart is going to be quite confusing to read because they don't match up, you know what I mean? There's some stitches, they're already done on the outside but not marked on my app. But in order to mark, I need to turn the selection off, and I don't want to do that, if that makes sense, unless I'm missing something. So I'm gonna commit to this stitch and come back here. Suzanne says, yes, you can still use the box, but does it allow me to mark those stitches? Maybe I should try. Hang on, let me try. Because Suzanne is saying the same thing as well. And these two people, normally whatever they say, they tend to be correct. So let me just turn on. So I'm going to turn on the highlight box at the same time, okay? Oh, hang on. Wait a second. I didn't know. Oh, hang on. Let me just turn off the lock. Oh, right. So if you turn on the box, it overwrites. Can you see what's happening, guys? If you use... So I've got my selection, freehand selection here that I'm working on, okay? And then anything that's outside this border. So I think what Joyce and Suzanne says, I can turn on here. When I turn on the box, it overwrites. My goodness, it overrides my free selection, and I'm able to do whatever I need to do. Ha! See? Did I tell you I'm learning new things every day? Hang on. So let me extend this selection a little bit more. It doesn't let me do it from here. Wow, so when I turn it off, I still get this freehand selection. It's still there. Guys, stop. Stop it. Stop it. You're being too clever, guys. Oh, I never thought about that. I was aware that you can turn on the box at the same time, but I didn't know. Because I was thinking, the scenario I was thinking is about having one selection freehand and then have another box maybe in another area. Wow, so let me try this. Okay, so I've got a few stitches. Let me see if I can find them. I've got a few stitches. Because within this box, now I can just mark what if I want. Oh, I'm going to do it when I come across the next one, okay? Oh, I'm so happy. Yes, I can. I can have the cake and eat it. I can have anything I want. I feel powerful. I feel like I've just gained a new superpower as the X-Man, the slow stitching X-Man. Yes, thank you guys. Oh, you're just being too clever. Too clever. I'm going to do that, okay? Next time when I come across stitches on a border, which I can already see a few. The next color is a beautiful blue. 798. 798. Ah, I had no idea. I had no idea. And I've been using this app for like a year, close to a year. Damn. Captain Squirrel. Hello. Good morning. Joy says, when you both are active, you can move both at once. Oh dear, my head is spinning. Can you? That's too advanced. I'm going to leave that for now. I'm one box at a time, but I am just overwhelmed by the fact that I can just have this box to cover the area and I can do whatever I need to do. Damn. Cassie says, hi, oh, I'm busy frogging. Guys, please send Cassie some love. My poor Cassie. Yes. Normally, you know, if you speak lingo of stitchers, this would translate into SOS. Help! I'm here, I'm drowning. Yes, Cassie, we're here with you, okay? And maybe send Cassie some love, some dolly, some whatever it is, kisses, hugs. Yes, I know the feeling. When you're frogging, just feel like not only you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards. Oh, talk about frogging. You know, I don't want to talk about frogging. Suzanne says, I'm singing Oklahoma in my head. Luckily, I don't know the tune. Otherwise, that'll get me going as well. And you'll probably linger around for 3 days, which is not ideal. Okay. So I'm here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more for you. I know songs are so dangerous, isn't it? Once you're stuck with the tune, there's no way you can get rid of it. Unless you replace it with something else. Samantha says, I took a nap between streams sometimes. Crocheting puts me to sleep. Okay, excuses. You know, power nap is your birthright. You know, you can nap as much as you want. No excuses required. You don't need to blame the Ray. You don't have to blame Yogi. You don't have to blame crochet. You can nap, you know. I think I totally changed my mind about napping a few years ago. Because prior to that, if I felt like I'm tired during the day, then I need to nap, I felt like a wimp. I felt guilty. I felt like, well, why do you need to sleep again? What is wrong with you? And then I it must have been a podcast or some sort of video. There was a sleep expert. The expert says, if your body needs sleep, just like being hungry, it's because your body needs it. You don't need to have reasons, unless if you have sort of chronic, fatigue, that's different. But from time to time, for whatever reason, maybe the sleep quality wasn't enough, wasn't good enough the night before, or maybe not long enough. Your body just saying, hey, just give me a little bit of sleep. Go with it. Follow what your body tells you to do. And a lot of times with power naps, if you give your body a chance to nap, it doesn't sleep for long. It doesn't need to sleep for 10 hours. Very often you just wake up after an hour or something like that, because your body says, hey, I'm feeling good. I'm ready to go. So now when I nap, I just nap. I don't feel guilty anymore. Walkway says, I was liking the color of blue stitches, Yogi. Then I realized I was looking at your pen marks. I know. It is a pretty color. Do not worry. They're going to disappear, okay? I'm going to either fully cover them, and they can be removed with a little bit of water. So one more here. Oh, Suzanne says you can make a tiny box for it. I just make a box really big to cover the entire area, so I can sort of just mark whatever I want. That is such a great tip. I had no idea whatsoever. Two more, and I'm going to extend a few stitches out there just as a experiment, just to test out what I've just learned. So I've got 2 stitches here. Wow, I'm so blown away. This app is crazy, isn't it? So I've got probably 3 neighboring stitches I'm going to just do. I'm not going to do too much. Or maybe I can do a few more. I've got a thread here. So what I'm going to do, oh dear. Okay, hang on. I'm not going to, where am I? Here, okay. So what I'm going to do is to switch to the box. I'm going to turn on the highlight box at the same time. So now I can mark these ones. And the great thing is I can still see the freehand border as well, the freehand selection as well at the same time. And just do like extra stitches. Whoops. Okay, so I'm going to just do 2 more. Am I correct? Yes. No, that's not correct. What did I do? 1, 2. Why does it look like this? I don't think that's correct. We have 1. Oh. That's me, okay? Reverse stitching. Education time. For demonstration purposes, of course. Okay, no. I need to mark them as I go, otherwise I get, okay. So this one is over here. Why do I have, see, this is why I need to be able to mark them properly, because there's already one stitch there that's not on my chart. That's confusing me. That's why I stitch in the wrong location. Okay, now I am going to 1, 2. I will just do one more here. And then end this. I need to get my head around this. Okay, so I managed to mark the stitches that's outside my free selection. And now when I turn off, oh, okay, so when I turn off the box, the app automatically take me to the next color. Let me see if it's in order. Wonderful, 11 stitches, my goodness. Beautifully done. And Joy says, try it on another pattern. Sometimes you can use both the lasso and the box. You can unlock and mark off. Yes, I was aware that you could use both at the same time, even though I never did it. But the thing is, with the free selection, you can't lock it, can you? Because sometimes I accidentally move it. And also, it disappears if I turn it off. Suzanne says, I often use the box and then add a lasso if I'm going to go outside the box for some area. Oh, you guys are so clever. Lynn says, hi, Yogi. Lynn Burgess. We have double Lynn today. Lynn Burgess, welcome. She says, hi, Yogi, and all of you lovely stitchers. Hope you're safe and happy in this crazy world. Oh, that's the only thing that's constant. The world can go crazy without our permission. I know. But it's peaceful here. It's peaceful when we're here. You know, good old-fashioned hand stitching. Jeanine says in the bin it goes. I know Jeanine's reverse psychology strategy, you know, and but she's doing it out of love now. I know she's trying to say, hey, don't give up, because I know you're gonna do the opposite. If I tell you to give up, you're not gonna give up. Oh, the love coming from Jeanine is enough to melt your heart. 827. Yes, when she goes, hey, you know, Yogi, are you going to throw that whip in a fire pit? She's doing it out of love, okay? Just so you know. Rachel says, so why is fasting is good for you and sleep deprivation is not? I know. The body is intricate and mysterious. I think when we're having a good sleep. Oh, the other day I had such a weird dream. I had such a weird dream. Okay, we're talking about dreams, but it was so vivid. Only 2 nights ago, I had a dream that it's kind of post-apocalypse, and everything was kind of destroyed, but I was living in a empty building, just me and a goat. I don't know what that means. Any dream interpreters? And I was living there by myself, and but I have a goat. I had a goat as a friend. I don't know why goat. And I remember when I woke up from that dream, I was feeling just, I don't know, just sadness, kind of just maybe a little bit of fear, because it was just so deserted, but also just sadness. The world had become sort of just this, ruin. But it was so vivid. It felt like I actually went there. So when I woke up, I was just, it took me a while to kind of return to this reality, whatever this is, to this version of the world. Really strange. Coyote, hello. From Ohio, welcome. Oh, so that's the lyrics. Oh, thankfully, I don't know the tune. I don't want it in my head. Suzanne says, I had a nap yesterday. I don't really like the feeling after a napping. Why is that though? Do you not feel refreshed? Sometimes we have that guilt feeling like, oh, like we have wasted time napping. Do not feel guilty. You nap because your body needs it. Travis says, can you guys believe the marriage is going to be 6 months old in the 20th of March, 22nd of March? My goodness. Marek will be able to drink legally very soon, okay? Fingers crossed. One, two, where am I? 1, 2, 3, 2 over here, and another one. So I might do a quick markup for these stitches to make them match up, because they're not matching. This one is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I can't, can I? That one is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm gonna leave it. I know. Being a new dad, not new. You've got another child, but it's Kaiden, if I remember correctly. But still, it's been a few years having a new child, so it's good. Different challenges. 827, going back. Oh, 11 now. Very nice. 11 stitches. The next one. And I still remember when we celebrated Marek's arrival on a live stream. Oh, now he's got teeth. The first tooth. Goodness. And Karen Sutherland is here in the chat. Good morning. It's the next day, isn't it? So the next one is 8:30. 8:30. Janine says, I never nap. Seems like a waste of time. Well, give it a go. If your body never needs to nap, then don't nap. But if your body is craving for a nap, don't fight it. I mean, not when you're driving, okay, Janine. But if you're able to nap, take a power nap, even just for half an hour. It can be very refreshing. Okay, here, that one over there. Match, good. A 30. Walkaway says, dreaming of a goat symbolizes stubbornness and independence. Oh, from Google. Really? And the weird thing is, I just instinctively knew it was a goat, because in real life, if you show a goat and a sheep in front of me, I'll probably go, which is which? But in my mind, I knew it was a goat. And it was like a cat. It just slept with me. So we're the two survivors. But when I woke up, it wasn't like a nightmare or anything, but I was feeling sort of have this kind of sadness in me. Because it was so real. Because sometimes when you dream, you wake up, you kind of know it was a dream and that's it, you move on. But with that dream, it was so real. Kind of stayed with me a little bit. Grace Houston says, I feel better just taking 15 minutes power nap. Exactly. I do that from time to time between classes. You know, sometimes if I have to start quite early, by sort of afternoon, if I didn't sleep sufficiently, I felt tired. And normally I just find a corner and take a nap. Even just, you know, half an hour, if I'm lucky, it's great. You just feel so refreshed. Okay. 2. Walkaway says, I always hate naps, but once I got sojourn disease, naps are everyday necessity. autoimmune problem demands it for me, so I'm not the boss of my sleep anymore. Maybe the sleeping pattern just need to change in order to make the body feel better. Yes, we tend to expect our sleep only happens at night. But maybe sometimes the body needs different sleeping pattern, you know. But it can be annoying if during the day you're trying to get on with things, but you're feeling, you know, sleepy. Then I can understand. It's can be annoying. So there's one more stitch hidden somewhere. Oh, at the top. Okay. In that case, just one stitch. So I've got one more stitch on top. Over here. 1, 2. There. Can't even see it. Move down. Yeah, just one little stitch here. Yes, I think if you have certain conditions that demands, you know, more sleep, then flow with it, you know, don't fight it. I think the body's, you know, the body is smart. It tells you what it needs. Just one stitch here. A30. Next one's 11 as well, 11 stitches, but all over the place, this one. A44, A44. A44 there, and the top 1, 2. Interesting. Coyote says I get migraines so bad that I take naps when I need to calm it down. Wow. So just one stitch, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Just one stitch. One, 2. And I'm going to do a yogi move to take the thread downwards. Oh, it's called shoe green. Okay. Suzanne's my last name. I can hardly say it. Okay, down here, one purple. And Travis says Marek decided he didn't want to nap this afternoon. And I just caught him dozing on the floor. There you go. This is, you know, if you fight with the body's wisdom. Marek didn't want to nap, but look at what he's doing now. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So the disease is named after the person who discovered it. But I don't know, it's a mixed feeling, isn't it? Even though the being able to have something to name after you is tremendous, but you're forever being linked to a medical condition. Okay, so I've got 3 more in a totally different location. So I'm going to end this. Oh dear, why is it like this? I've got 3 more stitches. 3 more stitches. It's really short. I wonder if I should play thread chicken. This is all I've got. Do you think it's not for 3 stitches? Actually 4. There's another one nearby. Oh, I can give it a go. Grace Harson says, Yogi, will yoga tone your whole body if that's all the exercise you do, or do you have to incorporate other form of exercise? Oh, absolutely. There yoga, because each pose, Grace, is that there are different modifications and quote unquote full poses. You know, every single pose, it's got kind of different sort of expressions you can kind of, you know, do. So normally if you go to a yoga class, every single pose, you're probably given options. You can go, if you're, well, I don't want to use the term beginner or more advanced, because I don't believe there are levels in yoga. You know, in front of yoga, everybody's equal. But so a good teacher should give you different modifications. And as you practice, you might go from quote unquote more beginner levels and tune into the full pose. And there are different ways, variations to make a pose challenging. If anybody thinks yoga is easy, they're not doing it correctly. Okay, seriously. A lot of men actually think yoga is just sitting there breathing. It could be, there are different ways you can practice yoga, but yoga is hard and it's meant to be hard. Not only hard for the body, it's challenging for the mind, because your mind is going, oh, I can't do this, or I'm not flexible, or this and that. You have to, fight through all that within yourself to do it. It can totally, Grace, I think you just suggest, my suggestion would be tuning into, you can probably look up YouTube and everything. If you look up Ashtanga style of yoga, it's probably a good indication, because it's extremely demanding and your body can be totally toned and whatever. It's strength and balance and everything else all come into one. But then again, I'm biased, but I know. I do other things. I do Pilates and I do dance sometimes, but by choice, because I enjoy doing it. But even just yoga alone, you can absolutely get so strong. So strong. It's, because you're using your own body weight as resistance. And let me just end these bits. Oh, I love this new feature. Well, it's not new feature. Newly learned technique. Beautiful. And Travis says, I need Marek to stay away a little longer. He wants to sleep tonight. That's true. If he sleeps a lot, it is possible he's going to mess up his sleep pattern. But kids, if they're sleepy and you're trying to, keep them up, they're not going to be very happy at all. Is it chocolate time? Oh, yes, indeed, Clara. Absolutely, it's chocolate time. And yes, Susan, chocolate time, exclamation mark. Yes, sometimes I lose track, chocolate time, yes. And Grace says Ashtanga, I'll check it out, thank you. Yes, Ashtanga is a branch of, it's a style of yoga. It's practiced a certain way, but ultimately we're talking about yoga poses. So Ashtanga is, they practice a set of, I think, 56 poses. The full primary series, that's called. It's basically a sequence. They do not change, okay? And you can modify to make the class a little bit shorter, because if you do the full sequence, it's probably about 90 minutes to 2 hour class. So most classes kind of 60 minutes. So sometimes they modify, but it's a good insight. It's not, you don't have to practice Ashtanga, but it just give you some idea of how strong, body can be if you practice. All right then, chocolate time. So today I actually I've got my my usual button, okay, my buttons, but I also, because it's running a little bit low, so I've got my usual button here. So a chocolate time, if you're new to the stream, okay, it's mandatory. It's not an option. You have to snack, okay? You don't have to snack on chocolate, but why not, okay? And you have to bring your own chocolate, okay? The snacks are not supplied by the channel. I know we're generous like this, but, due to the technology, the limitation of technology, I'm not able to deliver my chocolate to you. Maybe one day I'll be able to just send you some chocolate as an attachment in a chat, And so I've got my chocolate button, but I also have a pack of this. Yay! Dun dun dun. What a great adverts. I'm doing free adverts for Montezuma. They really need to get in touch with me, you know, supply me free chocolate buttons for me and the chat. How's that? And for now, so I've only got a few buttons left. That's why I've got a backup pack here. This is opened, is a new pack, and I'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll open this one as well. So this one is 74% cacao Fitzroy. Definitely my go-to chocolate here. But for now, I'm gonna have my button, okay? And these are broken, unfortunately. All the remaining bits, okay, they're slightly broken, but you can imagine in its full glory, when it used to be round. You have to use a little bit of imagination. Cheers, guys. Yum. Travis says, I was doing an at-home video exercise program once, and one of the DVDs was a yoga video. Little did I know, it was extreme yoga. What's extreme yoga? Needless to say, I ended up on the floor. Extreme yoga, that sounds terrifying. Yes, yoga is hard. Make no mistake. You know, a lot of yoga classes, if you see on YouTube, of course you can practice whichever way you want. That's the beauty of it. It's ancient wisdom, you know. You can sort of having very flowy, very, well, I don't want to say easygoing, because for me, with yoga, even sitting up should be challenging. And you know, because all sorts of body parts you need to engage in order to sustain, you know, it's called dandasana, sitting up. And but even sitting up should be challenging. If it's not challenging, you're not engaging the body enough. So sometimes if you watch YouTube videos like yoga, it's all sort of, you know, breathy. You just move around here and there. And you know, with our yoga sessions, we focus on stretching. So it's more like a warm up I would do before a class. And it's still really beneficial. But with the practice, you know, make no mistakes. It's hard. It's hard. And it should be. That's what we want to what we want it to be. Laura says, if I only knew at the beginning, I would have bought stocks in Montezuma. Laura, exactly. It's not too late because they're not quite worldwide yet. So maybe, you know, maybe you can import them. And I know, these are so good. Yum. And I love the fact that they don't kind of, they don't put their prices way high, so much higher than, you know, comparing to some independent brands. A lot of them, they just inflate their prices so ridiculously. You know, a block like this, for some brands, can be up to like £6. It's ridiculous. Whereas this one is like £3.50. Maybe someone just needs to export them to America or wherever. Because it looks like they're not being sort of distributed outside the UK. That's why the prices are so stupid. Let me just fit one more piece. How's that? Oh, that's a tiny one. Cheers. Let me know where you're snacking. Are you snacking? It's mandatory. right then. Janine says, yes, that you need to come to USA. I bet, you know, if someone who's doing some sort of importing, exporting, I don't know, something like that, they can, because it's really, really lovely quality chocolate and can be sold in reasonable price. Really good chocolate. Here we go. And Susan, are you having your Black Forest version? The cherry one is really nice as well. All right then. Next one. I am going to do 3031. 3031. That was nice. The chocolate was nice. 3031. It's like a power nap, you know, power snacks. It's just as important. Oh, Susan says Black Forest Montezuma, £3 from Asta. The entire block. Oh, that's nice. I need to find an Asta. We don't have Asta over here. That's very reasonable. So 11 stitches with this one. One. So this one is actually not correct, not a correct color, but I'm gonna leave it. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna turn on my highlight box now because there are a couple of stitches I just want to do in the surrounding area. Okay. Laura says stop robbing it. I know. Maybe Laura just need to have a sort of side gig, you know, as a business, importing Montezuma. Oh, so Black Forest for some reason is cheaper on Amazon. £3 is fantastic. Lynn says, Yogi, I have a curly woolly chocolate bar. Sounds good. You know, no burnt potatoes. Okay, Lynn. Black Forest is nice, isn't it? And Samantha is off to the work club. And have a great day, Samantha. And, you know, Samantha works in a weekend as well. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Two. Oh, I'm going to extend this box a little bit wider. I think cherry and chocolate, they just work so well together. Kathy says, I've been working on this for an hour and a half and I have 11 stitches done. That's a problem. Yeah, but in some way, I know frogging, you're not making stitches, but you have to count them as well because they're probably more labor intensive than stitching, you know. That's hard work, Cassie. Okay, that one, I'm gonna switch it off. Oh, I'm loving it so much. Okay. Six more stitches. I know it's got cherry bits in it. It's really nice. Samantha says, I've got around 200 stitches on a love letter piece. Beautiful. Well done. Noor says, no snacks for me. I lost track of time and have someone coming to look at my place this evening. I need to clean. Well, it's a little bit too late if they're coming to this evening. Are you selling the place? Is that what it is? Yes. Can be stressful, isn't it? And the whole process can be quite, well, I don't know, depends. In the UK, there's a chain very often. So if you're selling a place, things could go wrong at any time. People can change their minds. Sometimes, you know, I've heard stories like people just, maybe something happened to them. They have to go to hospital, so they cannot proceed with the deal. And meanwhile, if you're selling a place, that means you have to move out. You have to arrange to move out. And suddenly you can't move out because the person's supposed to be buying your place is not buying it anymore, or a delay, severe delay, then it's just a mess. Can be a mess. 1, 2, and one more. So I'm not a great fan of the process. Ooh, this one, thread chicken coming. I literally have no thread left, but there's only one stitch. Oh, I have to fight for this one. Look at this. Am I winning? All right then. Okay, I'm going to just do a Komari and just leave this tail. I won. Ah, so Noors is renting at the moment, but just bought a house. Congratulations. So someone's coming to look at your rented property at the moment. You know, and the best thing is just bake some bread, and make a fresh pot of coffee. That's the best thing when someone's coming over to see the house. All right then, 12 stitches, 792, 792. Suzanne says, I want to try the orange one, but my Asta doesn't do that one. I might buy from Amazon to try that one. I'm trying to think if I have done the orange. Is it just called orange? I'm pretty sure I have had a few flavors I've tried before. Maybe I have done the orange one, but I can't remember what it's called. You'll probably refresh my memory. Yes, they do various different flavors. Some of them, some of the ones with special flavors, the percentage of the cacao might be not as high. I love the plain version because it says 74, and it's got higher ones as well. It's got 100% chocolate as well, if you're brave. But I tend to stick with 74. That's my sweet spot. Yes, I'm pretty sure that they've got an orange flavor one. Janine says, I'm thinking at the end of the of next week, I should have the bunny face and the cute little bee done. Well, I'm not sure about a little cute bee, but congratulations with the bunny face. So you're starting from the center, I'm guessing. Yes, bunny start. Can't go wrong with that. This one on top. Oh, Lizzie, are you not happy today? The body's not happy. Take a deep breath, you know. You can just chat. You don't have to stitch. Send love to Lizzie. You know, some hugs. And Gayla, hello. Welcome. Happy Saturday. Oh, yes, Susan, it's a hippie something. Yes, I definitely have it at some point. I probably had it on the streams as well. Hippie, happy hippie or something like that. Yes, it's quite delicious. Orange and chocolate is classic, you know. No controversy there. Janine says, nice thing about the stamp kits is that you can start from anywhere. Indeed, yes. Because you're just following the symbol and the symbols are already on the pattern, so you can't really go wrong. That's very true. You don't have to worry about counting stitches wrong, do you? 1, 2, 1, 2. So there are 4 more stitches, 4 more stitches. And this way of stitching, you know, in the beginning, it just looked like they're just loose stitches everywhere. And at some point, when you start to build stitches gradually and suddenly you go, oh, so this is what I've been stitching. Well, I know what I'm stitching, but sometimes it takes a while for it to kind of start to look like something. That's part of the fun. Oh, I like the 5x5 gridding. Because normally I'll be counting by now. Susan says, by the way, just learned today, the squids have the largest eyes in the animal kingdom. Well, Susan, thanks for sharing that. That image has got to stay with me for a little bit. Largest eyes, really? Not bunnies. Bunnies have big eyes. You mean proportionally, or in the sort of absolute sense? The giant squids. That's a comforting thought, isn't it? Cozy stitching, you know, bunnies and everything. Suddenly, giant squid with big eyes. Dun, dun, dun. Here it comes. And I'm really, really surprised by how many patterns actually have a squid on the pattern. I'm just thinking, why would you want to stitch squids? Seriously? You know? Mermaids, I understand that. There's something romantic about it. But squids, really? Is that what we're doing now? Squid stitching? And there's a whole genre of seafood stitching. That's absolutely, I'm just speechless. Speechless by that. Lovely. Next one. Oh, I'm happy. 13 stitches. Yay. Oh, I love it. I love it. No calamari. I know. Why? Oh, thank you, Travis. Travis trying to reset, you know, a horror we just experienced with the giant squid eyes, by saying chinchilla have the softest fur in the animal kingdom. Really? Even softer than, I don't know, what animals have fluffy fur. Some cats can have really soft and fluffy fur. And Travis has got a chinchilla, so he's biased. And our seed cut. Oh, is it? I'm sorry. Sorry, I just butchered your name. Our seed cut is one of our members as well. Thank you for being part of a member, supporting the channel. And she says, I don't know about chinchillas. Skunks are really soft. And also there's another comment, says, Yogi, if you're adding a started project to Saga, is there a fast way to add in completed stitches? Ah, very good point. Are you saying that, let's say if you're using a different app, let's say Pattern Keeper, and you've got a pattern that's got stitches already, and you're transitioning to Saga? Well, it really depends. It's kind of a yes or no answer. So it depends on the formation of your stitches. If you're stitching block by block or page by page, and you come to, you know, kind of, and you're stitching kind of short distance or block by block, literally, and it can be quite easy because Saga allows you to, I'm trying to think, Pattern Keeper, you can only mark one page at a time or one block at a time. But with Saga, you can select an entire area or hand draw entire area, and then mark it. instant. But if you have stitches like this one, you know, let's say if you do cross country, even short distance, you're going to end up with stitches that are looking like this. You will have to go in and manually mark them. There's no shortcut. Unless I'm wrong, maybe Suzanne and Joyce, you probably know, or the guys that are more experienced. With stitches like this, you just have to manually go in to mark them. So unfortunately, but if you're stitching page by page, block by block, it's very fast. It's very fast. Exactly, Lizzie. Orange and chocolate, perfect combination. Some things just go with chocolate just so well. You know, hazelnuts, cherry, you know, orange is good as well. And I know some people like chili, you know, I'm not sort of chili chocolate girl, but I know some people like that. And salt, even sea salt, you know, brings up a lot of you know, accentuate the chocolatiness quite a lot as well. But some stuff, you know, like the other day, Susan, lime is a no-no. Okay, even though lime is also citrus, just like orange, but lime flavor, no, no. 3743. 3743. 3743. It's a very light purple. So Elsie, oh, I'm trying to reel the whole thing as one, so that's when it starts to get all pear-shaped. Yes, Elsie. Elsie sounds a little bit, a little bit more readable. Strawberries, yes, strawberries works really well as well. I'm trying to think what the other fruits. Can mango work with chocolate, I wonder? I've never seen mango flavored chocolate. All right, then where am I? Here, there. That's my spot. And the other day I heard there's some chocolate bars with coffee beans as well. I'm not sure about chewing into chocolate beans, but oh, I just noticed a little bit of issue here. 1, 2, okay. Those two, interesting. One, two. So these ones, I'm gonna fudge. Should I fudge? Because these are not supposed to be green. I don't know why I stitched green stitches here. Let me see if I can fudge. Okay, I'm literally stitching on top of these green stitches. Should be fine. I don't think you can see. Fudge time, fudge time. How does that look? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Coconut is very good as well. Yes, coconut is good. Really, lime and chocolate, Lizzie. Key lime pie. Well, key lime pie and chocolate. Maybe it was just Montezuma, because I tried the lime and salt, sea salt flavor. Oh, it's still sitting there on the shelf. My partner wouldn't touch it either. I have one piece. That's it. Laura says, I have chocolate covered dry mangoes. Pretty good. I can imagine it probably works, particularly dry mango. It has to be dry mango, I'm guessing. Yes, I can see that happening, because it's quite sweet and slightly sour. And with chocolate, I can see that happening. It's a little bit like cherry. You know, sweet and sour. Two over here, two underneath. So this color is quite pale. I need to be a little bit mindful. Suzanne says, I have one of those chocolate oranges. Once you thought it would be good, but it wasn't for me. Oh. Lizzie, I've never seen chocolate and pineapple, okay? I've never seen that combination yet. Oh, peanut butter and chocolate, yes. They definitely go together. I'm not sure if that's my favorite. I have made cookies, biscuits. They're made with peanut butter, and chocolate chips. I have made those. So it's a thing. One stitch here. Alex loves dry mango. That's nice. A lot of fiber as well. Chocolate covered dry pineapples. I presume that could work. It's very similar to mango, isn't it? That sweet and sourness. Chocolate and raspberry, yes. Coyote, yes. I think it goes even better than chocolate and strawberries. Raspberries, lovely, yes. Raspberries and chocolate, they go together. Dominique says, Lynn does all kinds of mixes like raspberry or chili. Yes, chili and chocolate seems to be a thing. I cannot say. I may have tried it once or twice. Not saying that it's growing on me. Some people like it. I think the great thing about stitching minimum to max is that sense of safety. You know that you're not gonna be confronted by tons of ninja stitches at the end. There's something so comforting about that. Oh, this one as well. I need to fudge this one for some reason, at one point, I mistaken this deep purple as this one I'm stitching. So I've discovered another stitch that for some reason was stitched with that color. We'll fudge, okay? No one needs to know. You and me, between you and me, you know, me and chat. And I think he's starting to form some sort of thingy. All right then, 3743. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Sarah says, I like chocolate and pineapple. I've never seen that combination over here. Are we talking about dry pineapples or pineapple flavored chocolate? I've never seen pineapple and chocolate together. Suzanne says mint and chocolate. Yes, I think it's a kind of mixed review when it comes to mint, because a lot of the mint chocolate, the memory I have is that after 8 flavor, which is questionable. But I like mint chocolate or mint flavor chocolate chips in ice cream. But minty chocolate by itself, not 100% sure. 9:20, 9:20, 9:30, 9:30. Grace Houston says pineapple and chocolate is very good. Oh, so it's a thing then. I've never seen it over here. And Elsie says, my chocolate is out in a car and I'm too lazy to get to it. In a car? How far did you park your car, darling? And she says also, if I bring it to the house, my husband will eat it all on me. Well, for some people, it's grandchildren, okay, or their kids. And for Elsie, it's the husband. Maybe send him to Walmart. Distract him, you know. It's the same strategy that you do with the cats. You can't stop cats from doing certain things, but you can distract them. You can distract them. To redirect their attention. Oh, Coyote says chocolate and marshmallow. Right. If you have sweet tooth, definitely that would be your choice. That's ultimate, you know, sweets, isn't it? I wonder who invented marshmallow. It's such a strange thing. It's just sugar, isn't it? And something else. Is it flour? What makes it foamy and sticky? Such a strange invention. Okay, I'm going to take it straight here. So I'm going from there. Ooh, do I want to do yogi move? Never mind. I'll just stitch over. It's all right. Relax. You know, I'm learning to be slightly more relaxed about the back, the floating threads. I don't want it to go crazy, but sometimes you have to weigh between the labor you have to do in order to take your stitches to a different location. All right then, I am going to take it down, all the way down here. Whoa, that's a long way. Suzanne says his breakfast is banana. I think he's referring to Alex. Suzanne says Alex's breakfast is banana with cashew butter and small handful of almonds and dry mango. You know, it's great. It's great. It's really good because these are all real foods, and nuts are great. Bananas are great, and dry mango as well. That's perfect. Lizzie says, I adore chocolate and mint. Well, I think a lot of people probably like minty chocolate. It's a thing, isn't it? And Coyote's chocolate and banana. Coyote's tried all the flavors with chocolate. Yes, well, I don't know about chocolate. Yes, chocolate and banana, but not in the chocolate bar, right? Have you seen banana chocolate in a chocolate bar? But, of course, chocolate coated banana is a thing. It's a thing. Or chocolate banana ice cream or something like that. I don't know. But I've never seen it as a chocolate flavor. But I'm sure I'm probably wrong. I'm sure they probably are around somewhere. Oh, let me do the greeting here. It's very exciting. I'm going to grid the bottom ones as well. And I have the convention to follow. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How does that look? That looks fine, right? And then just follow the lines. Beautiful. I'll do this one as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. I love this pen. It's perfect. It's perfect. See you later, Joyce. 99. Sweet dreams. Joyce has been busy today as well. Been knitting, been stitching. Oh, so Lizzie loves After Eights. Oh, I can't. Yes, it's so minty. It's unnaturally minty, to put it nicely. And Janine says chocolate tea. I've never heard of chocolate tea. Who's having chocolate tea? So Lizzie says when my mom was pregnant for all 5 of us, her craving was chocolate chips from the chippy. Had to be from the chippy and peppermint arrows. Oh, that's very specific. But liking chips is probably not that weird because pregnant ladies sometimes they crave for really bizarre things. My mom was craving for ice cubes, apparently. I can't remember if it was me or my brothers, but at least one of the pregnancies she was craving for ice blocks, and my dad has run around trying to produce sufficient amount of ice cubes. Yeah, so good old-fashioned chips and peppermint arrows. So it's probably part of your DNA that you like minty chocolates. Yes, chocolate tea. I'm not sure about that. I can see that happening. I can totally see the somewhere like Witards or Chelsea, they would sell something like that. They are quite adventurous with their flavors, don't they? But some, not all of them working out, like vanilla ones. Ooh, I don't know. It just tasted very artificial. I think that's the problem, isn't it? If it tastes synthetic, it probably doesn't matter what it is. It just tastes wrong. And it wouldn't surprise me if they come up with the chocolate flavor ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I've got 2 more. Okay. Very nice. I'm very happy with this method. So I've got 2 more stitches on a different corner. I'm gonna end this one over here. So Kathy, is your clock moving just now? Kathy says we have to move our clocks ahead an hour tonight, going to lose an hour of sleep. Is it winter time or summertime? It's a strange time to change clock. 2 more here. Because summertime is not changing for quite a bit. Is it going to be like May or June or something like that? So, are you changing time in America to what? To springtime? I don't know. It's not. It's still winter, right? The last one with this color. Oops, 9:30. Ooh, 16 stitches. Suzanne, what time are we changing into? So if Europe's changing, UK should be changing as well. Surely we're not summertime yet, are we? Grace Hudson says the 5x5 grid is the same game changer for me. I know, same here. Sorry, I'm so behind with the chat. Yes, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Janine says, I never care up the back, not too messy, but doesn't have to be super neat either. Who's gonna look at my back? No one. Well, there's a certain sort of satisfaction you get when the back, not so much neat. All I want is not to have floating thread. So I don't mind if the back is a little bit thick with, threads crossing over, but as long as they're over the unstitched area mostly, and everything get tucked in as I stitch the stitches. So I'm not looking for some super neat craziness, but I'm trying to relax, because sometimes it's taking so much time to end, in one place, move to the other one, just to avoid carrying the threads. Woo woo, hello. Woo woo says, hey all, when I worked in school meals, we made chocolate muffins and add beetroot. What? To them. Kids love them. Adding beetroot into chocolate muffins. So they come out red? Is that... But the thing is, beetroot, well, the flavor, if you describe beetroot, it's kind of, there isn't something that's so distinctive. It's kind of earthy, isn't it? It's kind of plant, grass kind of flavor. I love beetroot. I love beetroot, but beetroot and chocolate, that's interesting. 823, 823. A23. And I remember there's a kind of cake. Maybe it's American recipe. I'm not sure. It's like the cakes come out red. You know what I'm talking about? Like, but we're not talking about cherry. But cakes look, well, the color of the cake is kind of red and dark. I can't remember what the name of the cake, and I'm always wondering, what do they use to color the dough, the batter? A23, A23. It's a blue. A23. I don't know whether you know which cake I'm talking about. Velvet, red velvet cake. Yes, exactly. That's it. What is red velvet cake? It's red, but why is it red? And what do they use to color it red? Red velvet, that's it. And I remember eating red velvet cake. I just couldn't describe the flavor. It tastes like delicious cake, but why red? What's that, redness do to the flavors? Laura says, the red velvet is just chocolate cake with red food coloring. Okay, so it's not like beetroot or anything. So it's just coloring, just make it pretty. And it's not adding to the flavors. I see. Grace Austin says, I love frozen bananas coated in chocolate syrup. Chocolate syrup and nuts. So frozen bits of bananas. Do you dip your bananas into chocolate syrup? So not chocolate coated, as in, chocolate, but chocolate syrup. Wow, there's so many different ways to eat chocolate. And this one's got 16 stitches. Yay. Monique says chocolate tea is real, and I have one. Thai star tea. Yes, I bet. I wouldn't be surprised if there's such a thing as chocolate tea. Monique says, I love crunchy ice when going to bed or sleep. What? That's the comfort food of choice for Monique. Crunchy ice. Are we talking about ice cubes? Before bedtime as well. That's hardcore. That's a different kind of lifestyle. Yes, I'm not ready for that. Rachel says in the US, used to spring forward in April, but they move it back to March for daytime saving. So they're only doing daytime saving now? Is that what you're saying? We kind of did it the end of the year or something like that. So you're actually only going in daytime saving now, as in winter time. But the winter's almost over. We're in March. It's springtime. Spring forward. So it's a springtime. It's not summer, it's not winter. See you later, walk away. Silver says UK would change 29th of this month to what? Lizzie, this month, March. To summertime? But we're not, it's not summer. Is it this month? I thought summertime's supposed to be in the summer. I can't remember. Oh, so he says we change time in spring and autumn. So you're not changing for summer and winter like over here. You're doing spring and autumn. Oh, they're just trying to confuse people. So Susanna, are we moving to summertime already? Is this summer already? We're not. It's not summer. But I definitely notice the daytime has, noticeably is getting longer, which makes me very happy. Because when I go out and work in the evening, I can still see things. Right, so red velvet is just full coloring. I do love beetroot though. I like vinegary beetroot. Quite delicious. And I have made beetroot chips before as well. It takes a lot of beetroot, okay, and you have to slice like crazy unless you have a mixer. And I placed it in a dehydrator for hours and hours. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a lot quicker to eat them than making them. And 7 more. Lynn says you said beetroot. I could just eat cheese and beetroot sandwich. Cheese and beetroot sandwich. Excuse me. Oh, I nearly choked on the suggestion. Lynn says, is it a thing? Cheese and beetroot? I suppose, well, I don't know about beetroot being a sandwich filling. Well, I suppose if you mix it in a salad, some sort of salady thing, that could work. Beetroot and cheese, that's a new one, Lynn. And Karen Sutherland says, I have a glass of water with ice before I go to bed. My dog has to be has to have a few ice cubes as well. Is the dog pregnant? I'm kidding. And he won't settle until then. But Karen, you're in in Australia, aren't you? So, you know, is it still really, really hot right now? A while ago, you were like going through, hey, Dolly. Dolly just like standing behind me, stalking me. Hello, babe. Are you here to say hello, finally? Babe? Not this one. This one. Hi, honey. Oh, sweetheart. Come on, babe. Fulfill your duty, okay? Say hello. At least just say hello. We're not asking for a lot. We're just saying hello. Hello, babe. Hmm? Hello, baby. And just a little, just say hello to everyone. How's that? What's your message today? Hmm? To all the stitchers. You know, we have Sarah's quote. Now we have Dolly's quote of the day. All right, you're doing a little bit better today. There's a little bit of improvement in your performance, okay? Mummy's very happy. And you just have to come and do your job every day, okay? It's part of the deal. You have premium cat food, okay? And you come and say hello on the stream. That's on the contract. Oh, there you go. And now she's just standing facing back at me. Some sort of silent protest to go, I deserve premium cat food, okay? I do not need to do anything. I'm a cat. Well, she's got a point. I know, finally we get a little bit of purring going on there. Hello, Mila. Mila Cantwell says, hello, fellow stitchers. Just got off work, heading home, listening while you stitch. Yes, while I stitch, you listen. Yes, I'll be stitching for you, okay? If you're out and about, you can't stitch. I'm stitching for all of you. So we are having summertime. I am so shocked. Isn't this in March? I can never remember. So it's not even May or anything like that. So we're officially summertime. And the wintertime didn't make any difference, did it? Two stitches here, and we've got 3 more. Okay. Suzanne says, I'm guessing beetroot chips will be similar to kale chips. Is how long they take to make it, how long they take to eat. I know. I made kale chips the same way as I do with beetroot. You know, sprinkle a little bit of salt in the dehydrator for hours and hours. And then I can eat, you know, all of it in half an hour. That's it. It's just not equal in terms of the labor and enjoyment. But if you go out and buy them, it costs a fortune. Anything that's vegetable chips, you know, vegetable based, it just costs a fortune because they think it's, you know, quote unquote healthy. Lindsay, sorry, Yogi, I made you choke. But cheese and beetroot is really lovely. So the beetroot, are they just plain beetroot? Or are they kind of pickled, vinegary? I love beetroot, raw or pickled, but not raw. You have to cook them, but 3 more stitches here. I need to try it. I can have some vegan cheese and a little bit of, you know, beetroot action there. Sounds good. It's a new combination. Wowo says beetroot and mayo sandwich is my favorite. Wow. Beetroot and mayo. I can somehow see that working. Yes, the creaminess of the mayo and beetroot. The question would be what kind of beetroot though? Is it just plain beetroot or pickled vinegary beetroot? I can see that working. 1, 2. What is going on here? Okay, here. Karen Sutherland says, it is still hot here, but not as extreme as it was in January. Days are around high in 20s. Oh, that's perfect. Yes, the lower end of the 20s is very nice. I can't remember what summer feels like, even though last year there was heat wave. I remember sweating during the stream, just sweating buckets. It was really hot for a few days. A23. I have some coffee. Monique says she's a diva. I know, Miss Dolly. She's like, yeah, my time is limited. Captain Squirrel says, no to kale, Captain Squirrel. We don't need that kind of language and emoji. Look at Captain Squirrel. Seriously. Kale is lovely. Kale is delicious. Oh, if you don't like kale, you never have kale that's cooked properly. You know, you need to try my kale. Saute with sea salt and olive oil. Maybe a drizzle of toasted sesame oil as well. And with a little bit of garlic, you know, a little bit of garlic action. Oh, delicious. I can eat a whole plate. Seriously. I don't need anything else. Just give me a plate of kale. I'm very, very happy. So Captain Squirrel says it's 19 degrees here. That's perfect. That's just nice. That's not too hot. 801. Laura says there's a dehydrator function on our air fryer. 8 hours for barely half an hour. Apple seems a bit long because air fryers, they tend to be quite small, aren't they? They're kind of, like a cake size, birthday cake size. And if you want to use that to make any, veggie chips, it's going to take forever and ever to make 5 chips. I do have a dehydrator, so it's kind of quite, well, not huge, but, good size. And it's got multiple tiers, maybe about 6 or 7 tiers. So you can make, a meaningful batch. But with air fryer, dear, oh dear. It's going to take 5 hours to make 5 apple chips. Marsha, hello, Marsha. Marsha just celebrated her birthday the other day with us. And Travis as well. There you go, 2. But this time I'm gonna have to end the thread in order to move to the next location. It's too far for me to take the thread. It's out of my comfort zone. Kelly Shaw says, tuna mayo and pickled beetroot is delicious in sandwich. Yes, for some reason, I can see mayonnaise and pickled beetroot. Oh, pickled beetroot, yes. It's almost salady type of situation. Yes, I can see that happening. We have a new friend. Let me try to pronounce it, okay? SJTWX. Girl. All right, I did it. And she says, brand new here from West Texas. What count is that? I love your screen setup. Thank you very much and welcome. And this is 25 counts. 25 counts even weave. The fabric is from DMC. And I'm stitching, as you can see, 1/1. Lynn says, Yogi beetroot from jar. My friend cooked. Oh, how nice. My friend cooked beetroot and cut the tops off before she cooked them. That's lovely. I have bought raw beetroot a few times to make chips and stuff, but mostly if I do buy them, I buy them cooked because it just takes a lot of labor, and time to process them. But I love beetroot. But it's nice to have a friend and make their own, pickles. Laura struck me as someone who would appreciate the deliciousness of kale. So I'm a little bit shocked by Laura. Laura, what about avocado? Are you avocado lover or hater? Sometimes they kind of correlate, these two things. Susan said kale is like chewing sticks. Well, that's called vegetables, Susan, darling. This is vegetables. That's what vegetables taste like. They're plants. Dominique says, I've never eaten vegan cheese. Can you eat it alone or you mix it with something else? Any advice? It depends on the type of cheese you get. I would say you can probably buy some sort of more artisan vegan cheese from specialist shops, but the ones you buy from supermarkets, there's some good brands. You know, they're quite nice. The few brands I'm trying to recall, and you can do both. I tend to have the cheese with other things. You know, I tend to have it grate it on the salad, or maybe if I do make pizza, I have it on top. Maybe, you know, as part of a sandwich. But there, you know, if you enjoy certain brands you can have them raw as well, because there's no reason you shouldn't. Not raw, but on their own. Oh, Suzanne is saying the same. Suzanne says, I'm using vegan cheese for my kids' pizza. She said, Alex can't have dairy. Yes, there's some brands are quite decent, particularly, you know, if you use as toppings, as fillings, or baking. Sometimes I bake with vegan cheese. Yes, it was Marsha and Travis's birthday on the same day. Janine says it's beetroot beets. Is that red part beets with mayo? Sounds terrible. Janine, well, I don't know. It's beetroot, same as beets. I know Americans say it's beets. It could be the same thing, just different words. Yes, we're talking about the red flesh of the beetroot. It's a root. It's a kind of, it's like potatoes. It's kind of root vegetable. This bit is a little bit iffy. Okay, I may need to fudge for this bit a little bit. But I think we're okay. Can I fudge? I think I'm one stitch off to the right with this bit. I just noticed. I'm going to fudge this bit because they're all very similar brown colors. All right, close your eyes, nothing to see here, all right? Everything's good, everything's good. The colors are so similar, you wouldn't be able to tell. Let me fudge, okay? Rochelle, oh, listen to the language of the chat is getting unruly now. Rochelle says kale is a weed that grows on the side of the row. I substitute arugula when I call for. What? What's arugula? Whoa, there's no need for this kind of language, Rochelle. And Rachel loves avocado. Yes, all sensible people do. And how do we feel about kales, Rachel? You know, I think if you appreciate avocado, you probably love kale as well, and beetroot, you know. Unlike Rochelle, it's not a weed. Weed, well, the concept of weed is totally arbitrary, right? If it's, if you don't want them, they're, you know, Any plants can be weed. But if you treasure them, they're gold. They're delicious and nutritious. Seriously. Kale is extremely nutritious. Oh, just to listen to the language of the chat, really. I know it's Saturday, but you know, we need to have standards. Where am I? I literally don't know. Oh, here. Got it. Oh, Janine, we need to have a boot camp for just Janine alone. We need to sort her out, you know. She's got attitude problems. She's saying thumbs down for beetroot as well. They look like horseradishes rather than beetroot. And so you probably want to double check your emoji. Okay, Janine? I'm just saying. Rachel says, I'd much rather have spinach than kale. That's a very polite way of saying no. Oh, Grace, yes. Grace Huston says, Yogi, I mentioned kale cheese before. Did you find it? No. I never noticed this kale. Normally we have Violive, and there's a couple of others. They do vegan cheese as well. I've never seen that. I remember you mentioned it. Maybe certain shops do it. Maybe something like Whole Foods. But local supermarkets, I have not seen. Is it chow or kale? Chow. Sorry, chow, not kale. Cynthia, hello. Cynthia says, hi everyone, just popping to say quick hello in rehab facility post-surgery. It has been as horrible week. Yes, we talked about this during our members session there, okay. So Cynthia is having a little bit of a health challenges here. Cynthia, as far as I know, I think it was an accident on the eyes, isn't it? You tripped over and hurt the leg, the shin bones. And I hope you're well. I'm so happy that you tune in and watch us. Hopefully we're going to lift your spirit. We're going to cheer you up. Even if you're not stitching, you know, Yogi will stitch for you. You know, right here. That was scratch, the itch. And I hope you're doing well and it's getting stronger every day. So be patient, be patient. And you have our love from the chat. Yes, we talked about it during the last stream as well. Sending you all the love to Cynthia. Oh, Rochelle, so arugula is rocket. Really? Wow. I love rocket. Rocket's delicious. Do you know that? There's a fun fact for rocket. Rocket apparently was banned in the Roman time. And the reason being, because it's so delicious and orgasmic that it was banned from ladies. Ladies were not allowed to have rocket because they go, oh my God, I'm not going to do an impression, okay? When Sally meets Harry impression. Yes, it was banned because it was just too stimulating for ladies. And ladies supposed to be proper, yeah? Just pretend that you don't want anything at all. Kale chips are really tasty. I know, Suzanne, but we are we are sensible people. I don't know what's happening with the chat. How can anybody not like, kale chips? And Travis, yes, Travis says some weeds are considered healing herbs in the Middle Earth. In the Middle Earth? Oh, now we're talking Middle Earth. Of course, just considering, the herbal remedies prior to modern medicine, herb treatment was probably the mainstream. And also, you know, there's no such a thing as weed. It's just matter. It's a concept, isn't it? If you find them precious, they're not weed at all. But if you don't want them, they're weed. Just like, you know, what is treasure for you and what is junk for you. It's totally, you know, subjective. Four more. One, two, and then two more somewhere hidden. Yes, Dominique. Do you not find rockets when you eat it? There's a hit to your nose and your taste bud. You go, oh my God, like that. That's it. That was bad. Radishes. I love radishes. Jeanine. You need to come to the boot camp, okay? I'm going to totally transform Jeanine right in front of your eyes. Jeanine, after that, Jeanine will be doing yoga, Ashtanga yoga every day, okay? With some handstands, you know, just before lunch. And also she's going to be eating kale and avocado and radishes like no one's business. Jeanine's going to be a new person. And Cynthia, all the love to you, and just be patient and allow the body to recover. Don't rush. Rochelle, you're painting a lovely picture there. Rochelle says, kale and spinach made me frost at the mouth like a rabid dog. What? You must be allergic to the... Oh, so there's allergy. So if you have allergy, that's different. If you actually have a physical reaction, then yes, you have the permission to not like them and not want to eat it. I want to eat them. I've never heard people sort of having allergic reaction to kale and spinach. Is it just your cunning plan to avoid eating them? You know, Rochelle, you have to come clean. Kids do that. If kids are, they don't want certain food, they just go, oh, I felt, my stomach hurts when I eat that. I know, good try, good try. Two more stitches here. Got one part ready. What's black eyes? So Cynthia says, black eyes shattered my tibia. Oh dear. I hope they can fix it. And they definitely will. Suzanne says, I grew up eating a lot of chard, but it's not very common here. I miss it a lot. We can get it. We can get versions of chard and kales here. They're relatively common here. There are variations of kale as well. I think they're part of cabbage family. So if you like cabbage, you probably like kale. Two here. A01. A01. Cynthia says tibia, amphibia, 4+ hour surgery, plates and screws to put my ham teeth together again. Oh dear, that's major, surgery for 4 hours. And well done for being a great spirit. And time to rest for Cynthia, and have a lovely, lovely rest with all our love and great wishes. You're going to recover in no time, Cynthia. Okay, the next one, 18 stitches. Yay. Very nice. A09. Laura says, I have mouth allergies to some fruits, still eat them, but still gonna say no to kale. So nothing to do with allergies then. But I think you probably just need to try them being cooked properly, because, if they're not, there's certain tricks with kale. With kale, you can't just lightly saute kale because, it's got more fiber. So you need to saute them properly, and they can be, unlike spinach. Spinach, you have to cook them very lightly, otherwise, it's gonna just disappear. But with kale, it's really robust, and you just need to cook the kale properly till the kale is tender. That's the key. Otherwise, you're going, gonna feel like you're chewing grass, and I think that's why people don't like it, because they don't know how to cook it. So a little bit of garlic and just cook it. Give it some time and cook until it's nice and tender. And it's gorgeous. It's got that, natural sweetness. I love spinach as well. But, to have a large bowl of spinach, which I love to have, you literally have to cook like a huge bag of spinach to produce that amount. But kale is very, 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 very nice. It doesn't shrink. Rochelle says, I love most veggies and greens, but those two, which two? Kales and avocado? Is it avocado? Or spinach? Okay, how can you not like spinach? Spinach is gorgeous. Oh, Rochelle, you're missing out. More spinach and kale for me. Suzanne just told Alex he's a baby if he doesn't brush his teeth. The personal hygiene you need to take care of, Alex. And this one's got quite a few stitches already. Yes, sweet Shah. It's really delicious. It's a kind of kale, isn't it? Lynn says, Yogi, I love mint sauce and vegetables. Oh, interesting. I don't know how I felt about mint sauce, but yes, you can get it in a jar, can't you? Some veggies probably, it's probably quite nice. Like green vegetables in general, and some peas maybe, or maybe what is it? The mini veg cabbage everybody hates. What is it? You know, the one that you eat during Christmas. Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts. Susan says, I love cabbage, hate kale. No, that's not allowed. If you love cabbage, you love kale. It's mandatory. All right, Susan, start eating kale next time. Get some chocolate and orange flavor, you know, hippie, whatever it is, and some kale, okay? And cook it properly. You will love it. You'll probably go, oh, thank you, Yogi. I was missing out. How could I not love this beautiful vegetable? I was a fool. My name is Susan. I was a fool. Yeah, sweet char is really nice. Alex is nearly 18 going on 5. Like, oh man, you know? Captain Squirrels, you know, we have standards here, everybody, and this kind of language, and maybe YouTube is going to censor it, okay? Maybe we can come, we need a filter. Maybe we need mods. Yes, that's what we need. We need mods and to censor this kind of offensive comments, okay? Captain Squirrel says you can cook kale by opening the bin and putting it in the bin. So harsh and unfair to kales. Equal right for kales, okay? I'll be fighting for the kales. They're getting the bad rap for some reason, you know, because people like Captain Squirrels, they're just spreading rumors. And from now on, any kind of comments like that will be filtered by the chat, okay? Brussels sprouts, yes. Oh, I love Brussels sprouts. They're like mini cabbages. And I think that, Brussels sprouts probably suffering the same thing as kales. A lot of times they're not being cooked properly. You know, certain vegetables, you can't cook them all the same way. You just need to treat them individually and to bring out their strength and flavors. And Brussels sprouts, I can eat them anytime. The best way for me, I can saute them, but it takes some time. The best way, just roast them. You know, with some garlic. You can see the pattern emerging. Some garlic, some olive oil, and just roast them, you know, in the oven until they're brown. You need to have them golden brown on the surface, and that's the best bit of the you know, cabbage when they're going slightly brown. Oh, the flavor is incredible. Okay, give it a try. Trust Yogi. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to veggies. One, two. Have I missed something here? Why does it not look the same? Let me double check. Here, one stitch. 3 over here. 2 down here. and here. 3 stitches. And there's one more somewhere else. Okay. Equal loves for chaos. Seriously, the chat is just getting out of control. Grace Hudson says goats love kale. I think goats happily eating all sorts of green things. Lynn says the same, Yogi. They feed kettle on kale. Love it because the kettles they're smart. They know delicious food when they see it. Oh, seriously. We should have a kale eating party. It's mandatory to eat kale. And one more down here. Can you see the pattern kind of emerging here? The pattern on the vase. Sometimes it happens, you keep stitching and then suddenly you can see what's going on here. Can you see that? Ooh, look at that. I can see the pattern emerging here. Gorgeous. Really, really pretty. Lynn says, Yogi, I have 2 goats, Rose and Petal. They love stinging nettles. Well, I bet they do. Are they not prickly? They probably don't mind. And how nice, you have 2 goats. You know, I had this dream, I had a goat. You know, post-apocalypse situation. I was living in an empty building and it was just me and my goat. And next one, oh, nice. 18 stitches, 3012, 3012. This is so much fun. So all of them are at the bottom, which is kind of nice. They're all here. So the goats, Lynn, are they your pets? Or is it kind of a farm kind of situation? So why do people keep goats if they're not pets? Do they produce milk? I suppose they can produce goat milk. They're probably not as common as sheep. A lot of people keep sheep. Well, what do I know, city girl? I know nothing, okay? But stinging nettles can be turned into tea, herbal tea as well. I'm pretty sure. You know, if you imagine before the modern medicine became the way it is, people were healing themselves through magic power and herbs. It was normal to use herbs for various purposes. And now we kind of, you know, make it sound like it was weird. Oh, I love this color. It's all in one place. I don't have to go around left, right, and center to find them. Suzanne says, funny how we went from chocolate to flavors that go with chocolate to beets and kale. It's a beautiful full circle, you know, and everything comes back to kale. That's the center of the universe, guys. Suzanne says they use nettles here in the spring for foods. Okay, I suppose it's probably similar to kale. I think if you just cook them properly, then it's, you know, I'm sure it's totally delicious. Ah, you can make bread with nettles. I love the idea. And I'm pretty sure there's supplements out there with stinging nettles of some sort. And probably some sort of special properties. Can you see the base forming here? And really good bread, you know, if you look at the old-fashioned European bread, there are only 3 ingredients, or maybe 4. No, 3. We're talking about flour, some salt, water, and yeast. That's it. So if you count water as an ingredient as well, flour, salt, water, yeast, 4 ingredients. There's no need for dairy. There's no need for anything else. No eggs, butter. Just really good bread. Good old-fashioned bread. Just one more here. Lynn says, Yogi, I'll make the bread and you can pick the nettles. Yes, it's teamwork, isn't it, Lynn? But I love the idea to be able to pick some sort of wild plants and turn it into food. There's something just so lovely about that. Okay, let's have a look. So it's 12:30 here. Let me pick the last color. Okay, I'm just following the chart, following the app, and I'm gonna pick my final color. It's nice and strong. It's 938. 938. Time flies. I feel I've just started. Suzanne says sugar, salt, flour, and yeast. Yeah, maybe you need the sugar to activate the yeast. That's quite true. Maybe a little bit of sugar. But you definitely don't need dairy, right? So bread essentially should be vegan. Because we're kind of used to the idea that it's got dairy in everything. But it's good old-fashioned bread. You don't need that. Okay, let me come out a little bit so you can see. I think a lot of foods, we just kind of complicate it too much. Because people are intimidated by cooking. They think it's a complex, a really complicated thing to do, but it's not. If you just saute something or throw something in the oven, just having fresh ingredients and simple ingredients, cooking is very, very easy. And Karen Sutherland says, I have just put a huge batch of zucchini slice in the oven, zucchini from the garden, and eggs from my backyard chicken. That sounds lovely. So you've got your own chicken, you produce your own eggs. Well, the chicken produce the eggs, but you collect them. There's something so nice about it, isn't it? That if the animals are treated well and they're happy, it's teamwork. It's a circle. I love courgette as well, zucchini. I mean, some vegetables, I'm just happy eating them every day. No problem at all. I love lettuce as well. Tomato is a funny one because tomatoes, I love tomatoes, but I sometimes go through a phase of just not wanting to eat them. And sometimes I crave for them. And mushrooms as well. I can eat mushrooms anytime, but sometimes I just, I don't care for them. But green vegetables, I always, always love. I never say no to spinach. Lynn says it's been a long day for Mr. Yogi. It's not seen much of Yogi. He's happier now. Now I have Fridays, off. So you can't really complain, really. No, he's fine. He's a very independent person as well. He likes his own, solitude time as well. I think we all need a little bit of that. It's healthy. We're not kind of all over each other all day long, that kind of couple. Thank God for that. I wouldn't be able to, if someone is really demanding, like wanting to do everything together all time, oh dear, that's a lot. Okay then, in that case, because the next few stitches are going to be quite far away, so I'm going to end my stitches here. Rochelle says, I got my order of ancient grains flour yesterday. It has more protein and more easily digestible and doesn't spike your sugar. I'm excited to see how it tastes. How do they produce it? So they must have special sort of, how do you call it? Because the normal wheat creates a lot of problem for people for digestions. That's why a lot of people have gluten issues, because of the GMO, you know, how they modify the wheat. So does that mean they have the real wheat that they grow? That's interesting. I never heard of that. Yes, I think the modern flour, particularly refined flour, really, pretty much all flour is probably all refined, and it spikes the sugar a lot more because it's lack of, they taken off all the nutrient and maybe some fiber as well, which is slowing down the spike of sugar. Zucchini bread is lovely as well. It's a thing, isn't it? Zucchini bread. I don't think if I ever made zucchini bread, but it's a thing. It's a thing. Right, guys, here we go. Let me show you what I've done today. So let me zoom out a little bit. You can start seeing what, you know, there's something happening. Can you see that? You have to zoom out to appreciate it. And if you don't know what I've been stitching, I'll show you in a bit. But I think it's going really well. Even though I'm following the number of stitches, somehow it makes sense. It starts to form certain patterns, and that's quite lovely to see the progress. So, so this piece is called Grandmom's Attic. So it's by Aimee Stewart, of course. That's our Saturday SAL. And this piece, I kind of parked a little bit, you know, for a few months, not really working on it. But now I'm just really feeling it. I just love the color scheme. I love the items on it. And let me show you the markup. Okay, here we go. Can you see that? Can you see why I'm excited? And there's a rocking horse in the center there, but there's so many interesting items, and you probably can find in your grandparents', you know, loft, and or under the bed, my grandparents' bed, and there are normally boxes and boxes of mystery items there, and so this is very whimsical and it makes me feel safe. Can you you know what I mean? The whole thing makes me feel really safe. And I love stitching, you know, comforting things. And no squid, okay? No, that's why there's no seafood policy. I cannot imagine, you know, eyes of the squid, giant squid is, you know, comforting at all. So this is why we have the no seafood policy. And let me show you my app here, okay? And here we go. So this is, I'll probably have to lose this selection. I'll try to see if I can keep it. Okay, so let me undo the 5x5 grid so you can see. But I want to show you what I'm stitching here, just in case you weren't here when I showed it. So focus on this, you know, selected area, and I'm going to turn on the markup. Can you see that? This is what I've been working on. And it's just so lovely. The colors are so rich. Yes. And I'm going to keep the selection, so I'm not going to deselect it. But you can see I'm using the app and just circle out the items I want to stitch. And there's so many other ones. Look at this shelf there. They're like figurines, and I think, I don't know what that is. Some sort of crystal balls, snowballs. There are tons and tons of items for me to work on. So I'm very, very happy. So as usual, I am going to show you, share with you my stitch count, okay? And I bet you're dying to know. I think I've been doing quite well today. So I'm going to count down to 3, 2, and 1. Janine says, I see a bunny. Janine's now seeing bunnies everywhere. Here we go. 221 stitches. Yay. Yes, not bad at all. Not bad at all. And it felt so easy though, this way of stitching, because you was constantly go up the stitches, and it just felt very uplifting. You know, I don't have to worry about single stitches everywhere kind of ambushing me. So this is the, you know, wonderful way of working if you want to avoid that. And 221 stitches, and then percentage, I'm currently 5.7%. Very happy with that. Very happy with that. And so, guys, yes, this is Saturday and we did it again. And I hope you enjoy your stitching, and also for the members as well, for double streaming. I did a little bit of crochet, okay, and live crochet, slow crocheting with Yogi. And I hope you enjoy your session, whatever you're doing, and all the love to you. If you're going through personal challenges, we're here with you, and we're sending you all the love. And tomorrow we're back to do it again, Sunday, and for another project and another chat. Okay, maybe we're going to talk about other vegetables we don't like. Okay, chat and brace yourself. So from here, it's 20 to 1 o'clock from the sleepy London town. Yogi signing out, and I'm sure has alert herself. Great to see you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of the day or night. Until then, bye bye. Eat kale, okay? Eat kale.